Please.
Yo, hey.
There is nothing to forgive.
We're continuing straight where we left off the other episode.
Would my mother not make an exception for you and your husband? Surely she would not refuse the Lord Commander.
You haven't heard, then?
My mother is an
Rodney
absolute
passed away
bee.
on the night of the fire. He never returned from Phoenix Gate.
Oh no. He was my boy! We did.
I'm sorry.
We did set fire to him.
Clive.
When we were in Acheon. He died in flaming ash.
Poor child.
It was so
You look
grim.
pale. All this travelling must have taken its toll. I insist you rest. We can talk later.
Lady Hannah! So, about Daddy Free! The more they just get better at the character portrayals
Don't want to sleep inside.
and the writing and the acting and stuff, it really forces you to live with the consequences a bit more. Now, normally, like, I love
Lady
that
Hannah said she would prepare a change of clothes for you.
in The Witcher 3 and stuff. To have it in a
She really
Final
has been
Fantasy
very
game,
kind.
it's such a turn of, like, thematic focus. It's great.
Years of killing.
Oh, now I remember. Now I know who he's reminding me of. He's like
the faintest glimmer of hope.
the actor who plays the Sandman in the Netflix show.
It was only Joshua that kept me going.
It's probably not him, but every now and then Clive will say something.
That I would avenge his death.
But he sounds like the Sandman actor.
That I would kill his killer. That was the only thing that gave my life any meaning. But if it was me who killed Joshua and Murdoch and all the others, then why the hell am I still breathing?
We need some answers.
I ask myself the same. When I fought, hundreds died.
Ben Starr.
There were so many bodies, so many lives cut short in their prime.
That day in Dalmacia, I wanted to join them. I wanted it all to end. I couldn't bear it anymore. If living meant being that, better to be just another body.
I'm sorry.
Do you remember that night on the balcony, when we looked up at the moon? I said a prayer to Metia, and that prayer was answered. You came back to me. The heavens must have a plan for us.
Oh, he's an Arknights.
We should get some rest.
Dude, you should have leaned in. Right. He's too self-absorbed in his own guilt, and I don't blame him, but...
Good night, Clive.
But you could... Mate, Jill's gorgeous, and she has the power of an Acheon. She could have been the ice to your fire, man. Just lean in, give her a kiss. She obviously wanted to kiss you.
Thank you, Lady Hannah. Perhaps now people will not flee at the sight of me.
You look just like Elwyn did when he was your age.
How did you come to have some of my father's old clothes?
Yo!
Oh, before Elwyn became Archduke, our families would often summer together. He and Rodney were like brothers. These clothes have been in a wardrobe for years, collecting cobwebs along with everything else.
Well, I'm very grateful for them. And sorry for
Is that a new
depriving you of your
sword?
memories.
Not at all. It's what your father would have wanted.
They suit you well.
We're red now, Harry.
Thank you, Lady Hannah.
Yes, thank you. You've been most kind.
No, I should thank you. It may only have been for a short while, but seeing you again took me back to happier times. Fare you well, my lord and lady.
And you, Lady Hannah.
Aww. Invictus.
If we follow the road to the north.
Invictus. 165 damage. One of a set of 7 swords said to have been forged in the flames of Mount Tristanus. Yes, thank you. Yes, yes. Okay, that is awesome. Let's have a quick look at my accessories. Now, I've still got the Cleric's Medallion, which gives my healing bump. Badge of Might increases my attack stats. And Rising Flames is 10% bonus. Badge of Metal increases my defense by 10. I don't have Heatwave ability yet, I don't think. Scarlet Cyclone, damage can go by 8%. I use Scarlet a lot. I might stick it back onto that one. Let's have a quick look at my abilities. I might have... I've got 2069. So what can we do? Flames of Rebirth. Summon a massive pillar of fire that burns all enemies caught within the flames. And restores HP. Yes, please.
You take us all the way to Phoenix Gate. Let's go.
You must be a Fremen, or in with them.
Oh, hey.
He's studying us.
Well, well, well. Welcome on in, you wonderful people. Hey, Lynn. How you doing, dude? Welcome, you gorgeous, delicious Maru minions. Each one of you uniquely more flavoursome than the last. I hope you gorgeous Australians have been having a wonderful rest of your evening. Welcome to my day in the UK, my time away. No grief, let's play. Final Fantasy 16. Every single day. Lynn, how the devil are you? Lovely to see you. Oh, Lynn, how did your last raffle go?
It's not as though we've got anywhere else to go.
How have you been, man? Hey, Kimmy Omega. Oh, look at my... I keep forgetting that bot tricks. In order to get that bot there to work on Kick, I had to log into the system using Twitch. So now there's like this double shout-out bot. Yeah, I'm gonna ban that mofo. Actually, Ayatollah, can you ban it for me? You've got the power. Lynn, how's your... Look, I know maybe it's time for bed and you need to go sleep and rest. Thank you very much for that raid. Well, I can always just DM you on Twitter to see how you are. But I want to hear about you, man. I want to hear what you've been up to.
By the flames.
Oh, tech
You're his
troubleshooting.
firstborn, Clive Rosfield.
Sort your stuff out, mate. Sort your stuff. Raffle went great. Oh, yeah, awesome.
Oh, you can't fool me, my lord. You're the very image of your father. And that would be true even if you weren't wearing his clothes. The self-same garments Hannah was keeping for you, if I'm not mistaken. She always swore that she would never part with them until the day Elwyn's sons returned. And now that day has come. Why, you'll be able to take your bearers back as well.
My bearers?
We're digging up a lot of memories in this area. No spoils to the game, guys, but if you're wondering, we were here 13 years ago as younger people, back when this was ruled by a different kingdom.
Mayor. I was a child when last I came to Eastpool. I didn't recognize you.
Oh, I'd be surprised if you recognized anything at all. Much has changed since Rosaria fell to the Empire. Not least for the bearers, who once served her noble families.
I'm gonna have to get myself a coffee after
When the
this one.
Ironbloods sacked Rosalith 13 years back, many who lost their masters fled here in search of sanctuary.
And never returned.
Aye. The plan was to send them home once we'd won back the capital. But then the Imperials arrived. Rosaria became a province of Sanbreque. The duchy was dissolved, and they no longer had any home to return to.
Tom, lovely to see you.
Back in your father's day.
Oh, you can't because it's a
Any
mod.
bearer who lost their master became a ward of the duchy. We'd hand them over to the sheriffs, and they'd be assigned a new position. But when we saw how the Empire treated their branded, we knew that wasn't an option. So they've been here.
Yeah, dudes. Kimmy Omega, lovely to see you, as ever. Tom, always a pleasure.
Right, Lord Rosfield.
What are you doing? What are you doing with yourself these days, man? It's been a long time.
And they'd be better off serving
Kick
you
was
than hiding
what I
here.
expected,
Indeed,
as in,
many
it
of
was
them
nice.
used to
It was just
serve
everybody
your
I know
house
from Twitch hanging out with me on
and
Kick, so it's
still
like,
considered the
hey,
Rosfields their masters.
more emotes.
I'm no one's
No
master.
adverts were playing.
Not anymore.
No adverts were playing on Kick.
They wouldn't be
That's
safe
very
with
cool.
me.
Yeah, just having a look. Just hit that affiliate and just check it out. I'll still do art here on
You'll
Twitch
forgive
sometimes.
an old man his
But just
fanciful
playing around this
notions.
summer, you know how it is,
Been
dude.
daydreaming for too long. But
Same
still,
old. Still
I
working
would
and teaching,
ask
yeah?
a favor of you. A small mercy.
If it is within my power.
One of the bearers
You've
is
just
an
reminded me.
elderly fellow who still swears absolute loyalty
Who haven't
to
I seen in
Archduke
ages?
Elwyn. I don't ask that you take him into your service.
The League of Legends lady,
Only that
who lives in
you
her
meet
attic.
with him.
She eats lotus
Let
biscuits
him
from
see that
England.
Elwyn's son still lives, and that he's as fine a man
Robbie, yeah, Robbie
as his
Lou.
father ever was.
I haven't seen her in a million
It
years.
would be my honor.
Thank you, my lord. He sits by the well most days, watching the people go about their business. If you could show him your face, I would be most grateful.
Ah, bless. Okay, come on. Let's warm up the cockles of people's hearts. Go on then. Let's show them that the former royalty's back in town.
As my father.
But people's
You're not so
memories of
very
better
different,
times
you
are
know.
well deserved.
Especially dressed like that. Come on, let's go and meet that bearer.
Oh, she's back to streaming again. Do you know, she's a date. So I've been streaming in
He's
the
not here.
daytime the last few days, and actually been waking up really early,
Meeting him.
just out of
I've let
because
the mayor
because
down
of
once
something.
already. It would be cruel to disappoint him again.
But I'm still mostly
Right,
an evenings
let's
boy,
ask around.
especially in
Someone
the
must
heat.
have seen him.
I think I'm having really early starts now to beat the heat, but normally I just sleep beyond it and then have really late days. So I never catch her daytime action.
Good day, milady. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a bearer.
Due to
An
Ramo.
elderly fellow who used to serve the Rosfields.
You never scored,
Have you
Tuto.
seen him?
Put your feet up, relax, boy. Thanks for vibing.
That old loon. No, no sign of him today. Funny, he's usually down by the well at this hour.
What's your opinion about
cooking up
10?
his fantasy feasts.
Now,
I'm
Graphite,
sorry.
I appreciate,
Oh, he worked in the kitchens at Rosalith Castle.
now
back
that
in
we're
the
used
day.
to games being like
Still thinks
this,
he's there now.
really smooth, really fast,
You'll
really
often
quick,
hear the poor fool chatting away to the
it's not for
Archduke.
everyone.
Living in a dream he is.
But
But better there than here, I suppose.
I think in terms of like
Can't
what
imagine the
makes a
vice
Final
regent
Fantasy
stopping to
game a
trade
Final
tales with
Fantasy
a
game,
bearer.
10 is
No.
in my top 4, probably.
Anyway,
It's
he'll
really,
be
really
round here
good.
somewhere. Doubt he has the path to stray too far.
Thank you. We'll keep looking.
My boy Ayatollah in chat gave it a go, and it was not for him, and I don't really blame him.
while now. Unfamiliar faces. What brings you to Eastpool, travelers?
We're looking for an elderly bearer. You wouldn't happen to have seen him, would you?
Ah, you mean the old boy who always waits by the well?
Yes, that's him.
What business do you have with him, if you don't mind me asking? You're not from the capital too, are you?
10 minutes in. No.
In a way. Well, then it's a pleasure to meet a fellow Rosalifian. I was born and raised down Market Street. And never would have left if Archduke Elwyn had survived.
That's all right, mate.
fire.
You can watch me play it when I do the marathon.
When the Duchess took over, though.
I'll play it for you, buddy.
The beatings, the evictions, the levies going up and up and up, even
We
as
can
the
do some
blight took
blitzball.
half the harvest. Oh, listen to me, telling you what you already know. I'm sorry. And I'm afraid I can't help you with your bearer either. Though I doubt he'll have gone far. He comes here every day, almost as if he's waiting for something.
He's waiting for me to return.
Thank you.
Ever since changing my outfit, I do... Like, I've not even played 14, but since changing this outfit, I feel like a Final Fantasy 14 protagonist.
Hold on a mo. Patrick the Chocobo Keeper might know where your bearer is. He's taken the old boy under his wing, so to speak. You should go and have a word with him. He'll be in the stables.
Oh,
Patrick
okay.
the Chocobo Keeper. Thank you. We will.
I'm sorry, Jill.
Is this an opportunity to actually start renting chocobos and catching them?
Do all this in my stead.
It can't be helped if we're to keep up the pretense. Come on, let's head for the stables.
I love how this is modelled. Everything's like, how to put it, if this, now, I know I'm comparing to The Witcher 3 all the time, but if this was The Witcher 3, this village would be much more realistically tight, like very close together spaces. But it's still got that Final Fantasy lineage, where this quaint village area still has actually these wide sweeping spaces, really wide walkways and staircases. I just quite like what it's done to the aesthetic.
Where the bloody hell's he got to?
Yo, Snowrip, hello!
Excuse me, but is something the matter?
You're a quarter of the way there.
It's this bearer I've been minding. I take my eyes off him for 1 minute and he disappears. He's not in his usual spot by the well, nor anywhere else in the village.
You must be Patrick.
Wait, there's over 4,000.
And this bearer you're looking for.
Wait,
He's
Snowrip,
an elderly
which game is
man
it again?
who used to work in the
There's over
Rosalith Castle
4,000.
kitchens, yes?
That's the fella. How do you know all this?
Is that in order to hit an
I've
achievement?
never seen you in Eastpool before.
They're all duplicates,
but
right?
You seem to know the place better than I do myself.
You're going to be solo modding Final Fantasy X. Okay. Just me. Got it.
Ah, so that's how it is. Well then, if you're acting under orders of the mayor, you're on about to help me find him. He's been losing what little sense he had left of late, saying the sheriffs are coming to collect him, and that he needs to go back to the castle. I was supposed to watch over him, keep him out of trouble. But if he's walked out on us, there's not a lot I can do.
I'm always doing other people's
Understood.
jobs for them.
You keep searching here. We'll look for him outside.
Thank you. I'm in your debt.
It's for
I hope he
an
hasn't wandered
achievement.
into trouble.
Let's just concentrate on finding him.
11 duplicates of each. It's heart gold to catch any and all of the monsters with rare balls, and then transfer them to the modern games. Graffiti, I played 10 when I was a kid. It was a game that made me very... Hey, I'm glad to hear that, Graffiti. It was it was a lot of people's first Final Fantasy game. For like, not quite the different generation than mine, but like, let's say the younger brothers of people in my generation. I know a lot of like my friends' younger siblings, 10 was their Final Fantasy. And yeah, dude, I think it's really good. No spoilers on the plot or story. Basically, okay, actually, I'm not even kidding. No spoilers for the ending of Final Fantasy X. I've only ever played it once, and it went like this. My friend got 10 and a PS2. Then my friend went on a family holiday for 2 weeks, so he lent me his PlayStation.
Drink up now.
I had 2 weeks to complete Final Fantasy X as a kid, and I played that game sunrise to sunset. And at the end of the 2 weeks, they stopped around our house to pick it up on the way back from the airport, and I was literally on the final boss, and I had to give him his PlayStation. He waited for ages. He gave me plenty of breathing room, but it turned out like the boss still had more stages. I was fighting Jecht up to the bit where we were on the sword, and my summons were appearing as like crystal, like reflective versions at the very end of the game. And then I had to turn it off and give him his PlayStation back. I have never, and I refuse to look online because I'm going to play it again for myself, but I've never seen the ending to Final Fantasy X after all these years. One day, one sweet day, we will close that burden. I was kind of hoping doing this would be quicker than running, but he pauses afterwards. Snow, that's a hell of a challenge to take on.
Look, there's someone over there.
It might be him. We should hurry. Company.
We can't lead them to the old man. They need to die.
Agreed.
That wind ability is so convenient with flying enemies to just drag them over. How do I use my other ability that I unlocked? Do I have to set it in the menu?
You're finished!
Da 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 da. One day I will see the end of Final Fantasy X. I believe.
Are you all right, my friend? Come on. Let's go home.
Your Grace, you came for me. I waited for you so long, but you finally came.
I'm not who you think.
Clive.
Yes. Pray forgive my long delay.
It's nothing, Your Grace. I prayed to the Founder that you would come, and at long last, he answered. Will we be returning to the castle, then? There is still a place for me in the kitchens?
No, my friend. We will not be returning to the castle, not yet. I'm on a very important expedition, one which may take some time. Could you wait for me in Eastpool until my journey is complete? I will come back for you then. I promise.
Of course, Your Grace. For you, I would gladly wait until my dying day.
Aww. At least we're doing some good around the village.
Thank you, both of you. You've been most kind. The memory of serving the late Archduke was as one light in the darkness, and now that light burns a little more brightly. It's nothing but a fantasy, of course. But it's better than the truth of the matter.
My father was beheaded by traitors at the hands of the Imperial Army. Even though I should probably kill myself out of guilt for murdering my own brother and my other friends,
the people are leaving in droves.
I will still climb to the top of the Imperium Tower,
If it weren't for Lady Hannah selling
and I will end the life
goods to provide
every
for the
one of
few
those
us who
monsters.
stayed behind, we would long since have starved.
For the memory of Rosaria.
We want to keep the bearers safe here, we really do. But unless a miracle happens,
no worries, bro. I'm gonna go get a coffee anyway. Have a good one, dude.
Between them soon enough.
The more you've got at your disposal, the bigger stock you have to pool and trade with.
I even petitioned the Imperial garrison to take them. But when they found out where they'd come from, they damn near spat in our faces.
More options for the future, eh?
Dogs, they called them.
Are you running some sort of illicit Pokemon trading forum?
I know a man named Sid.
Good on you.
Who would gladly give a home to any bearer in need of one. Leave this with me. As soon as I return from Phoenix Gate, I'll speak with him.
Thank you, my lord. Will you be passing through Eastpool on your way back? I should very much like to speak with you again, if you have the time, regarding the future of the village, and what might be done for Lady Hannah. After all she's done for us.
Yes, of course. I'll be back anon.
Fare you well, my lord, my lady. I wish you a safe journey.
I've just realised something. Okay, good work. Okay, so we've passed through another area. We've reignited the memories of my father. But what's actually happened to actual Rosalind? Okay, here we are at Eastpool. So we're making our way all the way back up. So this is as far as we got last time. Where they had the ceremony. We weren't there, but this is where Joshua had his ceremony. And around about here is where we were cleaning up the Marlborough in the very beginning of the game.
The Deadlands are aptly named.
I didn't realize they were this close.
No wonder their crops are failing. The blight is leaching the ether from the soil. And when the last drop is drained, their fields will turn to this. No plants, no animals. No life.
The nothing.
And no monsters. I suppose that's one small mercy.
We won't be able to use any magic here.
Another thing to worry about.
Oh,
if
it's
the absence
dead
of
to
ether didn't cause
everything.
enough problems.
That's
Take away
very
the man's
interesting.
life force, and problems are all that's left.
It's like a Tataral.
I can hardly imagine what this place used to look like before the blight took it.
I remember. It was beautiful.
What a shame. Okay, guys, let's make our way back up to the top of this business. If you're watching on YouTube, I'll see you in the next episode.